Hello, Internet, and welcome back to another Kaijerica update. I am your host, the Linkzilla, and today is a very special video. We're finally going to finish off that thing that I've been building up for the last few episodes. I know you guys are thinking, like, get on with it already, but this is also another very special episode for two reasons, because today I have a couple of guests with me. I am being joined by the eccentric Mr. Haos and the one called Gat, also known as Gat720. How you doing today, guys?
Oh, I'm fine and splendid. I must say, this rubber around my waist is feeling quite well, and totally does not sting at all against my robotic flesh.
Yeah.
What was going on? I was like, wait, where am I?
You're basically here, hanging out with your old pal, the Linkzilla. How you doing, Gat?
Wait, is that seriously you?
Yeah. What did you expect?
I don't know. I'm very confused. One moment I was just at my house, just sleeping, and then all of a sudden I woke up here.
Yeah, and basically that's probably a side effect of the chloroform that I used in order to get you here. But don't worry, you should be just feeling a slight mild discomfort. It probably tastes like you just had a whole bunch of pennies shoved into your mouth, so that should pass. I mean, the grogginess should wear off eventually, but basically speaking, I just want you guys to be comfortable here, just hanging out with me and talking some of the Minecraft, and it's going to be good. Your microphones might be going in and out, so I apologize for the poor audio quality. Spiders. Anyways, so, Internet, basically, these two guys are friends. They've been buddies with me for quite a while over on DeviantArt. We've gone on several hilarious misadventures together. Some of them haven't really been voluntary, kind of like this one. So anyways, I decided to bring them on to show them all the incredible things that I've done on this mod. So you guys ready to see some cool stuff?
Yay!
So as I mentioned earlier, we are playing the Fossils Archaeology mod, so now you're going to see just what that entails. So, let's go check it out.
You said there were, you mentioned before that there was dinosaurs, right?
Yep.
Is this going to be like Jurassic Park, where the dinosaurs go to run amok and start eating people?
No, that's Tuesday. Right now, this is just the part of Jurassic Park where all the dinosaurs are in their enclosures, and they are perfectly happy. We've got our Stegosaurus here. The other one is, for some reason, she's focusing on the wall, but hey, I got a Stegosaurus egg. So, let's go put this in the chest. Here we have a security door that's meant to scan my retinas, only allow me through it. Here's a chest where I keep... Oh, wrong chest. Yeah,
You should always meant to scan your retinas because the thing looks like it has eyeballs, so I'm kind of like thinking that you're just having a staring contest with it.
Yeah, basically speaking, having a staring contest with a door, and guess what? I win. Anyways, right.
It always blinks.
Basically, before we get too far into this mod, before we get to our main attraction of today, I'm going to take you guys on a stroll through my dinosaur park to show you all of my various dinosaurs that I've hatched. I've basically hatched almost all the dinosaurs in this mod. Right here we have our tiny little Compsognathus. How you doing? How you doing, you little bastard? Yep, he's asleep now. He sleeps with his eyes open so he can still watch the wall.
And standing up. It's kind of impressive.
Yeah, that's the problem with this mod, is that sometimes the dinosaurs, when they're sleeping, they sort of tend to glitch. And that one, he has his whole head in the wall. I think that's a pretty impressive feat right there. Anyways, moving on. Over here, we have the first dinosaurs in our tour, called Dino-Fight. As you can see, this is much more impressive than what we saw in Jurassic Park. The one that attacked Nedry was pretty damn small. These ones are scientifically accurate to their size. They're about 10 feet tall and roughly 20 feet long. Yeah, it's not scientific to use feet instead of meters, but it's something that I just really tend to go for. So, what do you guys think? Pretty cool looking, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very interesting thing about these things. That they're supposed to be like a lot more bigger than they were depicted in the movie. And funny that you mentioned about being scientifically accurate, even though like science also says that dinosaurs are supposed to have feathers.
Yep.
And
Boy,
not cute shape.
that was like very controversial when that was like revealed.
Yeah, the thing about it is that like when I first like heard the whole feathers thing, I thought that it sort of diminished the dinosaurs because it made them too bird-like. But over the years, I've sort of gotten used to it, especially since not all dinosaurs had feathers, as this mod will clearly show. But also when it comes to the Jurassic Park franchise, because that version of reality has been so set in our minds for 20 years, if they ever did a sequel where the dinosaurs suddenly had feathers, it really wouldn't have fit in because it would clash horribly with the aesthetic of the previous films. So,
Also continuity.
yeah,
I mean, it was kind. I mean, the movie was made way before that was even a fact, so it's kind of a little bit too late to go back to that.
exactly.
Too late to that.
So
As Linkzilla and Get debate the dinosaurs and their scientific ingenuity, all Haos can think of while looking at these marvelous creatures is think, I wonder if it could drive a goat.
oh, what? I couldn't hear that.
What? You didn't look at those things? You didn't think to yourself, Yoshi, just put in a red saddle, red shoes.
Oh my god! Actually, now you mentioned that green one looks a little bit like Yoshi, like from the
Exactly.
Super Mario Bros. Movie.
I mean, technically speaking, I can ride some dinosaurs. It's just, I can't ride these. These dinosaurs are just too damn small. But, I mean,
Well, that's stupid. They look perfectly fine.
yeah,
Well,
but I'd crush them. So, but if you guys want to see me riding dinosaurs, I mean, I can ride bitch. I could ride bitch all day long. Yeah.
Okay, that's actually pretty awesome. I mean, so is riding a T-Rex, but a T-Rex doesn't spit things at people's faces, so...
Yeah, a T-Rex is just a giant chicken.
Yeah, the thing about it is that, like, the Dilophosaurs aren't going to spit in this game, and it's not really verified whether or not that was scientifically accurate. However, there have been recent discoveries that show that certain dinosaur fossil teeth have actually had hollowed out insides to where, like, the teeth sort of act like a hypodermic needle, kind of like how snake teeth are. So, it might very well have been possible that certain dinosaurs did have venom. Alright, so that's kind of cool, right? Anyway,
Did they prove they can do that frill thing?
well, these ones in the game can't. An older version of the game they could do it, but like I said, this is the more scientifically accurate version, so they're not going to do the frill thing. And
You mean to tell me that the dinosaurs had venom in their teeth?
yeah, basically kind of like how snakes do it. They basically kind of had like these sac organs at the top of their jaws, the top of their mouths that basically produce the venom. And much like snakes, some of them would be able to basically kind of send that venom through a pressurized tubing system through their fangs, kind of like hypodermic needles. That's basically how snakes are venomous. So nothing is really confirmed. All that's been confirmed is that the finding of fossils that had certain very narrow teeth that had these hollowed out centers. So it's theorized that basically some of them might have had venomous bites. So it could very well have been possible. I don't think that they would spit. I don't think that they were spitters, but they could have been biters. Pretty interesting to think about it, huh?
I just
I
find it
know in
confusing.
science, one day they're probably going to be like, hey, I discovered that dinosaurs had scorpion stingers.
But
Personally,
ultimately,
I'm just
we can't really make any judgment calls yet because suddenly that would throw a whole lot of things out of whack. I mean, it might not have even been a dinosaur. It might have been like falsely identified as a dinosaur, but might have just been like an early sort of reptile, like a therapsid, because dinosaurs are more closer to birds than they are with reptiles. So something that has venom comes off as more like it would be closer to snakes, reptiles, than it would be to birds. So. But anyways, the tour moves on. It's going to show you some of the bigger and more impressive specimens. Here they are, my two brachiosaurs. Yep.
what sort of symbiote do they have?
The what?
What sort
Are
of
we going to
symbiote do
ignore
they
the fact that the thing was just starting to dance?
It was kind of cute, wasn't it? Hard to believe that these things, whoa, they are 37. They reached fully grown size at 20 days, so
And one of them's defying gravity because science.
it's actually because like the game itself is glitchy. This thing's like
Yeah, I know,
hitbox.
I know. Actually, I don't even think this is considered a glitch. It's just like design oversight because sometimes they do things that they're not supposed to do, but it's still within the game's rules. It's like a weird paradox.
Yeah.
Like you don't call like slightly clipping through the wall a glitch. No, it's just you can't actually go through the wall, but parts of you still can. Like I said, it's like a quirk in gaming. It's been like that for like almost decades.
Yep. I definitely understand, but sometimes, like here in this game, this mod, it can get a little bit tedious. But anyways, we've got like the next 50 minutes, so I'll show you guys the Ceratosauruses. Yep. And for those
Any
of you,
reason why that one's a little bit hurt?
yeah, that one was hurt. I'll have to check on him in a minute, but wait, that was actually the female. So gonna get the male out of the wall there. I think he was trying to eat my dog. I have a dog somewhere up there, so yep, basically speaking. This one, don't know how she got hurt. Oh yeah, now I remember. She was defending me from some spiders earlier, so... Oh, and they laid an egg. See? I led them over to the food, and they laid an egg.
That was weird. What?
Man, reproduction is simpler than I thought. What if it's all the symbiotes in them?
Symbiotes, huh?
Yeah, after all,
why do you keep bringing up symbiotes?
Because you said that the previous aliens had venom in them.
Aliens? Who said anything about aliens?
Damn it. The previous dinosaurs had venom in them.
Oh, you're being that kind of asshole.
Yes.
You meant that kind of venom. I apologize.
Anyway, what the?
But if that's the case, then why isn't Babe's theme being dinosaur based? It would make perfect sense then.
Alright, so here we are. This is only one half of my animal park so far. We're in the Jurassic section, so technically we are in Jurassic Park. And here's a map. The little green dots means you are here. So basically I'm going to take you guys down here to our river exhibit, where we're going to see one of the Jurassic prehistoric predators, the Plesiosaur. And there she is, right over there. Hey, Nessie.
I'm pretty sure that you're going to get a copyright for that.
And who's going to copyright me? The Scottish? How the Scottish?
Oh no, I'm talking about the Jurassic Park. I'm pretty sure Universal's already on your butt about it. You might need to change it to something else, like Cretaceous Park or Dino Park.
Cretaceous Park already exists. It's on the other side of that mountain. So we're going to get to there in just a minute. So, but basically speaking, like, the thing about it is, you know how many YouTube series that basically do this and claim that they're like Jurassic Park and whatnot? Well, basically speaking, like, I'm just going to be doing exactly what one of them is doing. And if you guys ever come back for another video that I'll do later on in the series, you're going to see exactly why I absolutely have to basically use the name Jurassic Park, because there's no going back at this point. I've been using the word Jurassic Park throughout this entire series. To go back now would basically like be putting feathers on the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park.
Okay, I have an idea. Instead of spelling Jurassic Park with 2 S's, you spell it with 1 S.
That is the equivalent of picking the word chaos and taking off the C.
Yep, basically. Anyways, let me just explain to you how this pen works. I basically isolated Nessie here in this small portion of river so that squid and sturgeon, they're mod animals, they can spawn here, but most importantly is that I have enough sturgeons in here so that they will start breeding. That right there is sturgeon spawn, basically a cluster of eggs, caviar, and that's what Nessie eats. She can't attack any of these animals because she's too small, so she basically depends on, like, catching their spawn and eating them, and she definitely does it. Right now she's calmed down, she's gotten acclimated to her new living environments because she actually was over in Cretaceous Park before I realized she was a Jurassic animal and I moved her over here, so right now she's basically calmed down, but she definitely does eat. See, she's just not hungry at the moment. Well, she is, but she could eat, but she just doesn't. So she's not starving. That's the best part. It's dang it, it's
I
nighttime.
really see what he meant by this mod being a bit glitchy, because some of the animals' AIs tend to freak out a bit. Just like they don't seem to know where to go or what to do.
Definitely. Oh, god damn it. I fell in. If you guys are wondering what this is the future Spinosaurus pen. As you can tell, there is no Spinosaurus just yet, so sorry if you guys were excited to see them, but the problem is I'm working my way
Oh,
up
what are you
this.
talking about? There it is.
Yeah, behold, the mighty Spinosaurus. It's just as the creationists told us it would be. A fantastic animal, the crocoduck. Anyway, I'm not even joking about that. Like, I don't know if you guys follow in circles like that, but I do, so. But anyways, the point of what I'm trying to say is that I'm working my way up this rather slowly. It's going to be a gradual thing, so I don't necessarily want to just go overboard too quickly, so. But don't worry, this episode will have a whole lot more entertainment if we can get to the good stuff. We're almost 20 minutes in, so we're going to have like nearly 40 minutes left to do this. And I'm just going to ignore all the zombies and whatnot, and I'm just going to take you on a tour through Cretaceous Park, the other half of my dinosaur amusement park nightmare thing.
And when that will give you the least chance of getting in trouble with Universal.
Yep. So, it's still nighttime, which is good for me because I'm going to show you some of the animals that are nocturnal, like these guys. The Velociraptors. Yep. Really puts Jurassic Park into perspective for you, doesn't it? Basically speaking, these are the scientifically accurate Velociraptors, the ones that
The big one.
basically are covered in feathers, and they're short, they're basically half the size that I am, so yeah. Basically, if they started having their raptors like this in Jurassic Park, it would just be a total disappointing. Here's Echo. There's the big one, he's the alpha male, I guess. There's Red, he's the other male.
You don't
There's
say.
Delta, and here's Blue. How you doing, Blue?
That's not really blue.
Well, yeah, I mean, I really wish that you could, like, edit their personal textures, like, give them features that stand out individually, but you can't, so I'm just gonna learn how to live with it. Charlie, what are you doing up there? Get down.
Did you name them after the Velociraptors from the Jurassic World movie?
Wow, Gat, it took you a solid 2.5 minutes to figure that out. I mean, I'm impressed. I mean, I know you're tied to a chair right now, but I figured that you'd be quicker than this.
Hey, I just wanted to be sure, because like maybe the game just came with that, or maybe it was just purely coincidental.
No,
Maybe drugs were involved.
I definitely named them. I mean, you might have noticed that the other dinosaurs I have aren't named. It's because I haven't decided what to name them yet, and mainly because I'm not really getting all that emotionally attached to them just in case they happen to die. So it took me a lot to basically get all these raptors bred and named and whatnot. So yeah, I've basically imprinted on them. So they're my family. And they're so well behaved too. I basically just have a ball and that bubble machine in there, and it basically keeps them cool, keeps them focused. But unfortunately, the raptors being that small, not exactly all that impressive, are they? So, you guys want to see the?
I don't know. It seems kind of cute. Wait. What was the giant spider in one of your cages?
Yeah, he's basically just in there minding his own business. Hey, fuck you, and everyone who looks like you.
Well, that's not very nice.
Yeah, you might piss off a lot of spider-looking aliens.
Spider-looking aliens. But anyways, they're scientifically accurate, which I applaud, but fortunately for us, there's an alternative. Because they don't really represent the same kind of menacing creatures from Jurassic Park, and that's because Jurassic Park got mixed up in a whole mess of controversy, because back during the dinosaur renaissance of the 1980s, they accidentally...
I thought it was the 1990s.
What?
I thought 1990s was like the dinosaur renaissance. I think there was like more dinosaur-related things. Like I think. Wait, did The Land Before Time came out in the 90s?
And that's not what the dinosaur renaissance is. That's basically like the dinosaur renaissance in the movies. I'm talking about like the boom of scientific and popular interest in dinosaurs, and that basically was basically how Michael Crichton got to writing Jurassic Park the novel, which was released in 1989. So basically, that's what I'm talking about here. All this happened before the movie was ever even made. So basically the problem with that is that Crichton basically got his scientific information from a book that accidentally reclassified another animal as a velociraptor, and that's the animal that he based his velociraptor on. And that animal was Deinonychus. Yep, here they are, my Deinonychuses. These are basically the real raptors from Jurassic Park. As you can see, they're as big as I am, and I've turned off their feathers. They're pretty cool looking with their feathers, but I think I just like them better without them. So, I'll just take you around and introduce them. Most of them don't have names, but there are two in here that do have names, and they've been around ever since the beginning, ever since I started growing these things. Here, nope, not you. This is a problem why you can't give them like special identification and whatnot. Here's Blaze. He's my boy. How you doing, Blaze? You doing good? You want some chicken? You want some chicken?
I think he wants some weed too.
You what?
I think he wants some weed too, judging by the name.
And here's Isabel. She's his mate. Basically, like these other guys that are in here, yeah, they're their children. So, basically speaking, whole family here. And because, like, occasionally the kids will climb up the walls and die, basically I decided to just stop naming them. Hey, you took my last bit of chicken. Well, I've always got some more. Kind of like from that Austin Powers movie. Would you like some chicken? I got more! Anyways, the reason I had to show you these guys at night is because they're nocturnal and whatnot, so they only move around during the nighttime. Whenever it's daytime, they basically huddle up here underneath the roof and they fall asleep, so I'm just going to demonstrate that for you right now so we can show the other impressive dinosaurs that are in the park. Let there be
more
light.
active.
Isn't that cute? He just fell asleep right there. They'll fall asleep eventually, if they're not already asleep, but standing up. Anyways,
Just so amused.
Over here, we have the most dangerous animals in the park, a really bunch of mean, nasty bastards.
The floor.
Pteranodons. And they're getting out. Nope, not today. Not today. Not birds. Yeah, they're technically not birds, they're flying reptiles. Yeah, but that doesn't confuse anybody. Basically speaking, these animals are just so vicious because, like, they will literally attack anything else that is in the pen with them. Ooh, one of them dropped an egg.
Yep.
Let's
The
see.
color scheme kind of almost throws me off because it gets me thinking that they're like they're like they're like part Dalmatians. Or Dalmatians like black spots.
I think the worst part about it is that these things, like, even though they will attack literally anything else, they can't get nourishment from that. They can't eat, because the only thing they can eat is fish. They can't attack the sturgeon or the alligator gar because, like, they can only eat vanilla fish, and you can't put vanilla fish in a feeder that will feed these guys, so basically what I have to do is set up, like, this system where I have these 4 dispensers here with buttons, and they are filled to the brim with fish, so that when these idiots step on one, out comes a fish, and they can just walk past it and eat it. And sometimes this means that they waste a whole lot of fish, but that just means that I have to keep up with the fish intake, so yeah, I got that covered. And I've basically got so many Pteranodon eggs already that I'm just gonna give this one to the Deinonychus. Just put it in the feeder. Yep. Anyways, let's see some of the bigger specimens. Over here, we have Mandy. She is a Therizinosaurus. Basically, Therizinosaurus means scythe-clawed lizard, I guess. Saurus basically tends to mean lizard, and as you can see, she has pretty big claws there that basically, like, help her hack and slash at things. Yeah, I mentioned that that her name means scythe lizard, right? So, Yeah, because basically the claws kind of look like size, and that's why I named her Mandy. Basically, kind of like after the grim adventures of Billy and Mandy and whatnot.
Ah,
This dinosaur looks like she likes to dance too.
Yeah, I think it's
This is
because
starting
I
to become
have her.
less like a zoo and starting to become more like a dinosaur party place.
well, I certainly found the Edward Scissorhands' favorite dinosaur.
It's basically because I have her tied up to that post in the center. The thing about it is, I got kind of annoyed with some of my dinosaurs because they would just spend all days with their heads clipping through the walls and just standing in the corners. They would basically they would abstain from eating, and they would slowly begin to starve to death. So, basically speaking, I just tied up Mandy here in the center for her own good. I know she can still reach the feeder, I've seen her done it, and even if she doesn't eat it, I can always come in here with some more bone meal, grow up some plants that she can just walk over and eat immediately. In fact, I bet she's hungry now, so I'm just gonna do that. So, basically, take a look.
Have
See?
you ever considered trying to expand the cages? Because
Yeah, the
some
thing
of them
about
looks a little small for some of them.
Yeah, definitely I realized that was going to be a problem once some of them started to get bigger. It is definitely something that I'm going to consider doing in the future, especially on the other map where I've got stuff like this going on. Well, but you guys will have to wait till next time to see all of that. Right now, I still got to show you guys because we're closing in on the 30-minute mark. Just got a few more dinosaurs to show you, and then we'll be on our way. Over here was the pen where Nessie was being kept, but like I said, she was in the wrong section of park, so right now, this pen is empty. I'm probably going to use it for the Mosasaur and the Lyopleurodon later on in the series, so if you guys want to continue watching the series on YouTube, be sure to check that out. This is the pen where the Sarcosuchus is going to go. If those of you who don't know what the Sarcosuchus is, basically it's the largest crocodile that ever lived on planet Earth. Yeah, this is basically where I'm going to be keeping him once I get to growing
Oh,
him.
wow. That crocodile is a lot more smarter than he thought.
Yep. Behold, the mighty crocoduck. It looks like a pig. Anyways,
They don't know that yet.
sorry to disappoint you guys, but this is also the pen where the Tyrannosaur is going to go. And for those of you who are about to make the exact same joke, no, those aren't the Tyrannosaurs. That's what he's going to eat. So, there's still a few more dinosaurs that I wanted to show you. Like I said, I've named the Therizinosaurus Mandy, as in Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Wonder why I didn't name another one Billy? Well, that's because Billy's right here, the mighty Triceratops. As you can see, I got him and his friend here tied up just like Mandy is, because they just would not eat anything. So they're supposed to eat these ferns, which they do. They really love these things. They really love eating these prehistoric ferns that I've got set up for them. So as long as they just stay here underneath the shade of the trees and eating, they will be fine. So what do you guys think?
I think you should be. I think you should be very lucky that they haven't like work out a way where they could just poop.
Or escape.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to the day where the mod creators implement that function. So, basically speaking, if we continue moving counterclockwise, here we have a pen with two dinosaurs instead of just one. Two types, I mean. Here we have the Parasaurolophus and the Pachycephalosaurus. Ooh, Pachycephalosaurus egg.
So they're just fine, just hanging around together like that.
Yeah, I mean, like, they're pretty peaceful animals, and a Parasaurolophus egg. Basically speaking, here's the two Parasaurolophuses. This one is the male, he's named Elvis. He's got a red horn on the back of his head. His girlfriend over here is named Priscilla. Yep, so Elvis and Priscilla Presley. Didn't really go as far as to naming the Pachycephalosaurs, but one of them is named. His name is Tuck. Hey Tuck, how you doing? Basically kind of like Friar Tuck, kind of a shout out to the Lost World movie with Pete Postlethwaite's character not being able to pronounce their names. Well, And these guys are pretty vicious, so you got to make sure that when you hatch the Pachycephalosauruses, that they immediately tame to you when they're hatched. Basically, it's easy. Basically, when you put down an egg, you just got to make sure that you're standing within 6 blocks of it hatching. That way, it'll automatically be tamed to you. So if it's not, then they'll be territorial and they'll try to attack you. And these things, even at small size, they pack a wall up. They just come right up to you and just butt you with their heads. They send you flying. So. Anyways, kind of cool, right? Cute. Are they cute?
Yeah.
They're cute in
And-
a blocky sort of sense.
Yeah,
that's-
and one thing I want to bring up is that the fact that the male one has a red horn and the female one has a green horn, for whatever reason, even though it's more than just a horn, it reminds me of the Rathalos and Rathian from Monster Hunter.
Awesome. I know that there's like a Tyrannosaur in that game or something that looks like a Tyrannosaur.
There might have been a few monsters in that game that look like a Tyrannosaurus. Like even the new one, Monster Hunter World, there's already this other T-Rex looking thing that they can like kind of grow this weird nostril thing. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Wing-like things. I don't think they're actual wings, but they kind of look like them. And it can breathe freaking fire.
And there's one that reminds me of Godzilla.
Of course.
Alright, yeah.
Well, anyways, I got 3 more dinosaurs that I want to show you, and then we can move on to the main attraction of what we're doing here today. Over here, we have the first dinosaurs that I ever bred in this game, besides the Deinonychus. They were the second dinosaurs, so love you, Blaze. You're my boy, Blaze. Anyway, down here we have Ankylosaurus. And we also have Gallimimus. And for some reason, they're obsessed with this corner here. I think it's because like a ball glitched through like the walls and whatnot, so they're still obsessed with trying to get it and play with it. So this right here is the, if I can just get them out of my face. This right here is Sheila.
Master.
This right here is Sheila. She was the first dinosaur that I made on this mod, and she's my girl. I love you, Sheila. Over there's her boyfriend Butch, and now he's over there. And ooh, she dropped me a Ankylosaurus egg. Hard to believe the Gallimimuses are so big, because in the movie they seem like the size of ostriches. These things are twice the size of me. So,
They
Kaylee.
look like ostriches too.
Well, yeah. I think it's because of the feathers. We got Kaylee and Schooner here. They don't really do much. They seriously don't. Just run around basically acting all panicky and whatnot. But anyways, that's pretty much the gist of what I wanted to show you guys. But like I said, there's one more dinosaur that I got to show you, and I had to show it to you in the daylight because that's the only time where it's going to move around. Now, right now, because the park is still relatively new and I haven't gotten all the other dinosaurs, this animal is probably the most impressive dinosaur in the mod, at least the one that I have, grown by default. And it's a force to be reckoned with. Prepare to meet the apex predator of the Jurassic, the Allosaurus. And they are basically glitching through the wall there. Stupids.
The Allosaurus. The bootleg T-Rex.
The original Big Al.
Basically, yeah, they were the original T-Rexes. I've been showing you guys basically a solution to basically just drag my animals out of the walls by force using leads, but I can't do that with these guys, and because the mod is set up to where if you have large predators like this, they will basically be born untamed. You cannot tame them from young age. You basically have to tame them through other means. So, these animals, when they were first born, they tried to kill me. I was serious. They came out, and I was trying to see if one was male and one was female, and they just kept on attacking me. So it's like, what are you doing? Stop! Go after the pigs! Go after the pigs! But luckily, the bubbles calmed them down, and now I can be in the pen with them without triggering them. So, basically speaking, yeah, pretty impressive. They are now officially fully grown at 10 days old. I wonder if they'll start laying eggs soon. But basically speaking, now that they are fully grown, today is the day that we are going to tame these big bastards. Now, for those of you who have been paying attention, you guys are probably wondering what this is. What am I holding right now?
A thing.
This right here is the rarest item, or at least one of the rarest items that you can find in the overworld in this mod. It's a scarab gem. Now basically, Basically, what the Scarab Gem is for is that it has a lot of functions in this game. It's the rarest gem that you can find in this mod, and it basically allows you to like craft really powerful weapons and whatnot, and it also lets you craft a certain kind of block that is going to be useful once you basically complete all the objectives in the game. But it's
Wait, there's objectives in Minecraft?
I know, right? But basically speaking, its main use is for when you have big, untamable apex predators like Allosaurus, Tyrannosaurus, and all the other ones. Basically speaking, what it's going to do is that it's going to allow me to tame these guys, but there's this very specific process that I have to do in order to use the Scarab Gems on them. So,
Did it involve drugs?
yes, it involved a whole lot of drugs, a whole lot of dust and bone. It involved a whole lot of bones. So, basically speaking, let me just give you a bit of a visual aid. The Scarab Gems can only be mined out of the earth by breaking breaking fossil blocks. And as you can see, those blocks right there in the wall, those are fossil blocks. So you break them out, and they're still pretty rare. They're pretty damn rare, so the only way to actually know to get them for sure is to basically just mine a whole 64 stack of them using a Silk Touch pickaxe, and then you take your Archaeology 3 pickaxe and just go to town on them. So I basically took like, I think 4 or 5 stacks of 64 fossil blocks and just stacked them on up, took my Archaeology pickaxe. All this is explained in the previous part of the video. So that resulted in these 2 Scarab Gems right then, and all of these relic scrap fossils, these plant fossils, these 4 skulls, and a Gastornis wishbone. Oh, and these biofossils. It resulted in a whole lot of good stuff. So now I've got these 2 Scarab Gems, which are going to be used specifically for the Allosaurus. Technically, I have 7 of them back at my compound, so these are the 8th and 9 Scarab Gems, but I'm not going to have them around for that much longer because we are going to use them, and we're going to use them today, so I fell in a hole. I'm going to fly myself out of here, into infinity and beyond. Here's a great sweeping view of the park. Just one last thing, show you guys the map. Here's Here's Cretaceous Park right here. Over here is my compound where I've got my lab set up. This house right here is my storage room where I'm probably going to end up dropping a whole bunch of the excessive fossils and whatnot that I have. So this here is my sifter machine. Basically, the sifter machine is kind of like this tool that archaeologists and paleontologists use that allow them to take huge clumps of dirt, shake it back and forth, and the dirt particles fall through the grate, leaving the treasure behind. So, basically they implemented that in this mod, and as you can see, I've done a whole lot of digging, because each one of these chests at one point was filled up with dirt, kind of like this one. And all that dirt is being fed into these chests and into these 2 sifters, and I'm just reaping the rewards. Let's see what I've got here. Ooh, I got a whole bunch of stuff. You get carrots, you get potatoes, which basically means that you don't have to farm anymore, so I'm glad for that. I don't have to do any farming. Got a whole bunch of bone meal. I am up to my ass in bone meal. I literally just go out using bone meal on anything now. Got a whole bunch of sand, which you can also put back into the sifter and get more stuff. This is also how you can get ancient fern spores easily. You also get pottery shards, biofossils, plant fossils, but the most important thing that you get from the sifters are the Dominican amber. Basically, this is the only way that you can get amber in this game, and this Dominican amber comes with a special blue-colored tint, which you can then combine with a Scarab Gem to get an Aqua Scarab Gem. And that's how you basically tame the aquatic animals, like the Spinosaurus, the Sarcosuchus, and even the Mosasaurus, I think now you can use to basically tame. So,
I'm sorry to interrupt, but who are these guys?
These are the testificates. These are my villagers. You know, they're just, if you couldn't tell, I built my compound in Jurassic Park, Cretaceous Park, on a village. That's what I do. I basically seek out the closest village, and I basically take them over. Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to feed the dinosaurs after all.
Yeah, I want to let these guys loose in the park, and then when one of them falls into the into the enclosures, I want to just watch the carnage happen. Anyway, these big guys are basically just iron golems that spawned. I'm surprised they spawned inside my lab instead of outside, but hey, security. What can I say? But anyways, if you guys are basically wondering like how the Scarab Gem is used to tame the dinosaurs because they're so aggressive, it's basically these tablets sort of like give the story of the first tamed Tyrannosaurus, and it details that when an ancient civilization found a T-Rex frozen in ice, they accidentally unleashed it by putting the ice in the sun's rays, and the dinosaur went on a rampage, and then Herobrine came from the future. I'm not kidding about this. This is not out of sequence, this is part of the story. Herobrine came from the future to fight a Tyrannosaurus, and he had a gun, apparently. Because up here you see Herobrine fighting the T-Rex, and it's clear that he has a gun, that's what he's using, and it's clear that the gun affected the T-Rex. But right as Herobrine's about to finish off the T-Rex, a princess basically used some sort of magical force to cast out the evil from the T-Rex while it was down in a submissive state, and probably sent the evil into Herobrine himself. Now, who is this princess? Well, over here we have a picture of her, and what's she wearing on her crown? Yep, a Scarab Gem. So that's basically the secret to taming the dinosaurs.
Are we gonna just ignore the fact that the princess is also some kind of humanoid pig?
Yes, we are going to ignore that fact entirely. We're going to ignore it. We're going to ignore it. No, 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 no. So basically, the princess then used a time machine to send the T-Rex back to the past and Herobrine back to the future. Cool. So anyway...
Is Herobrine supposed to be some kind of ghost or something?
Yep.
So we have a time-traveling ghost that fought a dinosaur.
Isn't that awesome? I think that's pretty awesome.
I'm not gonna lie, that actually is. That's like the most epic thing I heard all day.
Anyway, here are my analyzers. And basically the analyzers are the tools that you basically like are able to pretty much analyze like your fossils. This is how you get DNA. I have plant fossils in there, and that's how you get these whole bunch of miscellaneous stuff like petrified, fossilized plants and whatnot, but unfortunately, the chest where I was sending all this stuff is full now, so basically that's just kind of backed up. So right now I'm just going to take a moment to drop off some of my excess stuff.
By the way, did you name any of the dinosaurs after either Link or Epona? Or I mean, not like that. Either after Epona or Mothra? Or both at the same time?
Well, the thing about it is, like, if we have time near the end of this video, I will show you guys exactly why I don't do that. But when it comes to the horse, I don't necessarily need to do that because, or I don't necessarily want to do that because what I'm going to do is that instead, I am going to name one of my brilliant horses after Epona once I finally get around to altering my texture pack to make one of these horses look like her. And that's another thing that I just love about these mods, because look at how perfect this horse's health is. I mean, just compare it to, like, say, this donkey. It's like doesn't really have all the perfect stats that these horses do, and that's because these horses were specifically genetically engineered in the lab. Basically, you can take horse DNA and you can make a horse embryo, you prick it into a cow, which is why I've got cows in here, and they give birth to literally the perfect genetic horses. The ones that have all the best health, the ones that can jump the highest, and of course, basically the ones that are the prettiest. So these are my horses. They are mine. Mine. And I love them. I'm obsessed with horses. Anyone who knows me, who plays Minecraft with me, knows I'm obsessed with horses, which is why I hate it when that jackass killed all my horses just for fun. Which is why I don't speak to him anymore.
Chaos. I think Link might be losing it.
It's him.
So anyways, you guys are wondering, how am I going to take on the Allosauruses when they're so much bigger and so much more powerful than me and just are so strapping with their taut bodies and their powerful jaws? Basically speaking, I'm going to do it from a safe distance. This weapon right here is an enchanted bone, which I would be able to easily just one-shot them with, but I'm not going to do that. And And the reason why is because I've done some experiments on another map. One shot of this bone would kill them, and I cannot kill them. Basically speaking, I have to fight them until they submit to me. And they only submit until they are at 4 points of health or lower. So, and the thing about it is that, like, I've done some experiments, and I know the weapon that I'm going to use will get them down to at least 2 units of health before killing them. But just to be on the safe side, I'm going to do something that basically kind of stacks the game in my favor to just give myself a chance of not killing them. Basically, I'm going to try to protect them as much as possible by pretty much giving myself a couple of potions that will heal them. So, maybe 2 of them should do it. And I'm going to do it during the daylight so they can basically have a chance of fighting back, even though they won't be able to. So, here's the weapon that I'm going to use. Thank you, Flans Mod. It's a Winchester 1200. Yep, this is a gun in Minecraft. And I think that Flans Mod basically has some of the best gun mods in the Minecraft community, so I basically tested it out on other Allosauruses. This is definitely the weapon that I'm going to go ahead with using. So it shouldn't take me too much ammo to get them down. So maybe a stack of 4. Each unit of ammo comes with 7 shots.
It's so weird seeing a gun in Minecraft. It kind of reminds me of those those bad Minecraft clones where you can use a gun.
Yep.
I've seen a couple of those, and
I just
But
hope...
no, it's a terrorist. Back to Minecraft.
Okay, so basically I have all this ready, and just in case I fuck it up, I already have this game backed up on another save file. I really hope that I don't fuck it up while I have an actual audience with guys here with me, so are you guys ready to basically see me shoot the crap out of these Allosauruses?
Yes.
Don't,
oh yeah.
don't call PETA. Alright, here we go.
Don't worry, Peter Pan won't know anything that will occur.
I think I'm gonna go after the male first, and these guns are pretty tricky to use because you have to use the right trigger, because left trigger just zooms in. So basically,
that is super weird.
Yeah.
In all my time, okay, Grant, I don't play a lot of first-person shooters on a computer, but the ones I do have, they always had like the left click thing as the shooting thing.
I know, right? It's completely retarded. Anyway, I have to be really careful because, like, I basically have to, like, their hitbox for some reason is in between their legs, so I can't aim at their head, I can't aim at their bodies. No, I gotta aim at their ankles. So, here we go. Pray that I don't kill him. And I missed.
I thought you were gonna say crush.
And I'm sorry I have to mention this, and I'm sorry for the people that made this, but the teeth on the Allosaurus makes them look so doofy. Like, I have the time. I keep expecting them to go like, duh. I mean, I know dinosaurs are not smart, but
God, holy crap! They're both attacking me. I knew this was gonna happen. Apparently, Allosaurus has a pack hunting behavior, so this is why I'm doing this from a distance. Oops. Holy crap, they're too close. I can't get them. Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
I think you're gonna be fine.
Yeah. But I just wasted an entire clip. Holy shit, now I'm gonna die.
Yeah, it's about suspense. Don't ruin it.
Too late.
Oh,
dead.
Damn. Well, the thing about it is I've got keep inventory on, so...
oh, wait. Where do you spawn the dinosaurs again?
The what?
Like, was there supposed to be a cloning lab or something like that you mentioned before?
Well, yeah, I mean, I could show you guys right there, because this is my laboratory right here, and over here...
Right, because I was about to say that I find it funny how you respawn in the lab, so that pretty much makes you the clone.
Anyways, we got like 10 minutes left, so I gotta make sure that I do this quickly. So I'm gonna gear up and I'm gonna go kick some dino ass. It's time.
Or, damn it, man, whenever you're fighting anything with the tail, you're supposed to say kick some tail.
It's
yeah,
time
it's like the
for
rules,
some
man.
Jurassic
Get with the times.
You're being sued by Jurassic Park. You're gonna be sued by the Dino-Fighting Committee for bringing their sacred decree. They hold as sacred, if not more so, than religion.
I am bad at this. I basically wasted
Religion
like
and
so much of
dinosaurs.
my ammo and I haven't hit them at all.
You'd probably be better off with a bow and arrow.
No, they're actually arrow-proof, believe me, I know. So, before I get into a shitstorm again, I am going to basically go and, like, get more ammo. So, apparently they've calmed down after brutalizing me from before. The thing about it is, I gotta make sure that I close the doors behind me, because these things can go through the tiny doors, so...
I actually want to see that.
No, believe me, you don't. It would probably make it easier for me to kill them, but it would be just so hard for me to get them back out, because when one of them did get out, I had to take down the entire glass wall to push him back through, because I can't lead him with a lead, or make him follow me, so... Say a prayer that I actually kill one of it, that I actually hit one of these things. Holy shit!
What?
What happened?
Nothing! Nothing happened! I've just been shooting him!
Do you say the legs are supposed to be the vulnerable part?
Yeah, basically, like, I tested it out and whatnot. But I'm shooting everywhere else now, and it's not working. Holy crap! This is so...
They're evolving, just trying to become bulletproof.
No, wait, guys. I played Breath of the Wild. I actually have an explanation for this. Because it's raining, projectiles no longer work. Rain ruins everything. I swear to God. I'm not even joking when I say that. It really does. Climbing?
You know what? Just because of that, I'm going with Haos's theory.
The thing about it is, I haven't really played Breath of the Wild, but then again, I haven't played any of the new Zelda games for like the last 10 years. I've had Twilight Princess like for the past I don't know, 5 years or so, and I haven't played it at all. So
That's kind of surprising since I always known you as besides a Godzilla guy, also a Legend of Zelda guy.
I am a Legend of Zelda guy, or at least I was. So, Jesus, where the hell are these things' vulnerable parts?
Did you try the crotch?
I'm beginning to wonder if I even can hurt them. Oh, yep, I can hurt them. I can hurt them. I can hurt them. And they can hurt me. They can hurt me. They can hurt me. Yeah.
Dude, at this moment, he knew. He fucked up.
Hopefully his clone will learn better.
Well, you see, he died before he made the mistake. So, theoretically, he shouldn't know what happened. Other than his previous self fucked up. Therefore, he's gonna fuck up again.
Yep, I'm totally gonna fuck up again. I'm a glutton for punishment, and I don't think that I'm gonna let you guys leave until I actually hurt these things, until I actually get them to fight me, and fight me right, so...
Chaos, I'm scared.
What do you mean? If anything, he just made a getaway for us. After all, they did indeed fight. They fought back, and they hurt him. So technically, we get to leave now. Yay!
Basically speaking, if the video, craps out at 590, at, 59:59, that's when the recording stops. We're just going to start up a new recording. We're going to keep going. I'll tell Ganon to basically just tack the second part on at the end of the first episode so that we can actually get some results. So, I'm going to try and, get into the water to see if I can use this as a vantage point. I know that this works. I tested it.
Yeah, you just hit him with the scarab thing.
No, I mean the guns. It should...
It's like I said earlier, as long as it's raining, the guns won't work. Try turning off the rain.
Alright.
That did not do anything. Wait. Okay. Nope. Okay, back to my theory. They're starting to become impervious to bullets now. You're screwed.
Oh, remember, he had that aim at the cross. Did you try the axe?
This is an exercise.
Quality entertainment, folks.
You what?
Quality entertainment, folks. Where someone tried to shoot a dinosaur in the junk and or butt.
It fails miserably. But I know that I hit one of them at least once. Like, yeah, that one's recovering, but I know I hit him.
Maybe the reason why the
there's something wrong
dinosaur
with the gun. Like you did mention before that there's going to be some bugs and glitches in this game, so in this mod. So maybe this is one of them.
Well, to be fair, I haven't seen a single bullet fly out of that gun, so it's theoretically that it's just eating bullets.
It's a
Believe
living
me,
gun,
like,
and it lives entirely off of bullets.
this works. Like, trust me. Here, pig, watch. See?
Okay, maybe there's just something wrong with the dinosaurs then.
It died of hunger. It just basically dies of hunger the moment you try shooting it.
Oh,
Well,
now it works. And wait.
And its mate doesn't care.
And it stopped working. The frick game. Do you have a hitbox or you don't?
Shit.
You can make it, you can make it, you can make it, you can make it!
Well, let's look on the bright side. At least this incarnation didn't come up with the idea of smacking a dinosaur in the butt.
Now you're just smacking it with a piece of meat.
What a chicken.
Yeah, it was actually a lot more effective than the gun.
This is slightly less dramatic and climactic as I wanted it to be. This is the weirdest thing I have ever done.
Watch a man beat a dinosaur devil, which is a piece of... Is that supposed to be like chicken or ham?
It's chicken. This is
You know,
what you evolve into. We eat you on a daily basis. Okay.
You know,
he's
it'd be funny
submitting, or is it the she?
It'd be funny.
It's the she. She's submitting. So, observe, and she's back at full health, and now she's tamed to me. What the? Where'd you come from? I'm not messing with your lady, man. I'm not messing with your lady. So now,
I promise you, I do not swing that way. I'm sure there are those that does. I'm pretty sure there's those that does, but I am not one of them.
so I really wonder how I'm gonna play this, because I think there's a good chance that if I attack the other one, the female might actually like attack him back. So I think that I might just wait until they go to sleep and maybe like have a fence post, set up a fence post to where the female will basically not be able to like come and defend me in the event that I attack the male. So I'm just gonna throw this extra raw pork chop into there, and I'm just gonna give myself a get myself a fence post. Hope you guys don't mind, because I clearly do not care if I am cheating. You see the shit that I've had to go through with this game so far, so basically speaking, I'm just gonna lead the female back over here so that she is safe and out of the way, so that I can basically kill her boyfriend. Is this the one? Yep. Come on, Allie, don't fall asleep on me yet. Not yet. There. Now you can fall asleep. Alright, and you. Has anyone ever told you that you're a giggling imbecile? I think that's me, actually.
No, Link, we already discussed this. You need to use the chicken.
The thing about it is, I know that this should be working. This should be working. Just wonder why it isn't.
I thought of the idea. Instead of using meat, use an egg. Beat something to death with a vessel of life.
Well, I know that I definitely hit him.
It's basically the equivalent of beating someone with a baby.
And we are going to get this guy. I have come too far. I have waited too long to have this be my dramatic moment where I get to shoot a dinosaur. Now I'm going to shoot this skeleton. Yeah, did he die of hunger? Did he die of starvation? I don't think so.
Maybe, I mean, it's a skeleton. There's a lot of ways how it could have died.
Alright, so I know I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm going to do one last report because I am pretty sure that it's going to work. So I'm just going to, like, do this one last clip. If I don't hit him at all, then I know that I have to go for broke. So, I think I found the sweet spot.
It's a bit finicky, but I think it's kind of working.
The small of his back.
I don't know if the video's gonna have audio.
Yes!
Yeah, I don't know if the video's gonna have actual audio of the game, but yeah, on our end, it's a little bit, I don't know, boring on our end without any music or sound effects or anything.
Don't worry, that's what Gan is going to add in.
I don't think so.
But you know that it's kind of tricky for me to get invested when like everything is so quiet. Like even with giant dinosaurs, everything's so quiet.
Yeah,
but you guys can basically hear like the sound effects from the game, right? You could hear.
No, I mean I can't hear them, and I don't think Haos can either. But that's not a problem. That's not a problem since what we can't hear is not an issue as long as the audience can hear what they hear.
Well, anyways, what if I send you guys, like, a copy of this video? Like, what if I just send you guys the recordings that we've done tonight? So, basically speaking, I have now tamed both of my Allosauruses. So, now I can finally interact with them and know that I'm not in any danger. And just look at these big mofos. They're beautiful. I want to feed them.
With their big dopey teeth.
Yeah, the thing about it is, like, when they were babies, they didn't have teeth on their bottom jaws. And now, like, they pretty much have, like, excessive teeth. I really wonder how they attacked me without having any teeth, so... Anyways, that was basically me trying in vain way too hard to try and tame these Allosauruses using a friggin' gun, but as
a gun that didn't work and you had to resort to using a piece of meat.
As we have learned, the poultry is more powerful than the semi-automatic weapon. Oh, and they've got hearts around them, so they should be producing another egg sometime real soon. So, I've already got
piece of heart.
But anyways, I guess that's all the time that we have for the Kaijerica update. I really want to thank my special guests here, Gat720, also known as the One Called Gat, and the eccentric Mr. Haos for joining me on this little excursion. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you guys had fun.
It's
Get
been
us
a
the hell out of here.
Don't worry. After all, I had timed myself about 10 minutes ago. By
Awesome.
10 minutes, I'm in an hour.
Well, anyways, that's all the time that we have for this video. I'll see you next time, Internet, for another Kaijerica Minecraft update. Until then, see ya.
And be wary of trapdoors.